Welcome back to Celebrity Radio, talking to an old friend and one of my favourite people, Nadia Sawahla. How are you?
Oh, I'm really well. How are you? Lovely to be with you again.
Well, I haven't seen you since that Mamma Mia thing. That was a good night, wasn't it?
Oh, wasn't it? Oh, that was so fantastic. I loved every minute.
I think all show business now should come with a free meal. If we're expected to watch the show, you should feed us during it.
Yeah, and have dancing waiters. Oh, that was a good night.
It was fabulous. And to be in the company of Benny and Bjorn, can you imagine? What a life you lead. I've just been Googling you and looking at your boobs. Congratulations, love.
Oh, are you talking about on Instagram?
Well, on everywhere, really. If you put in Google today, Nadia Sawahla, and there it comes up, you Gaffa taping your boobs. You don't care, do you? I love the way that you're so comfortable in the business. It's amazing.
You should see the messages I got from my daughters after that particular Instagram post.
Well, I suppose you do have your knockers, don't you? I suppose
I
we love you and we love what you do. We're going to talk about the Big Lunch today, which, of course, is launching a new campaign. It's called There For Me, and we need it more than ever. And one of the things you're incredibly honest about is the fact that you can be in a room full of people and you can still be lonely, can't you?
I think so. I think, loneliness comes in many different guises, and I think that what the Big Lunch have been doing for years by getting communities to pull together and have a big event is incredible. Millions and millions of people have got involved. But I love this sort of, what should we call it, this offshoot almost campaign where we're trying to sort of keep that spirit going through the winter up until Christmas Eve. Because what we want to do is, we really do passionately believe the bad guys get too much publicity. And the thing is, there's way more good people than there are bad people. And we know that the world is a very sort of febrile, but a bit of a frantic place at the moment, and the news drip feeds us the whole time with bad news. So we're asking people to, using the hashtag #ThereForMe, tell us about somebody in their community that's done something good, that's done something kind. It doesn't have to be something massive, because how we're going to decide who we choose to celebrate is going to be really on how that's impacted the person. So it could be something as simple as, my neighbour never goes past me without saying good morning and asking how I am, up into somebody taking on a whole fundraising event for somebody else. It can be anything. We've got this idea of maybe putting a billboard up in the local area of the person that we're trying to thank with a big thank you to them, or turning up with some sort of surprise. We haven't totally worked out how we're going to do it, but the most important message is these people need to be thanked, and when we thank them, we publicise them, and we believe that kindness is infectious. And the bravery, it takes bravery to reach out to other people in your community. So maybe if people see how other people have done it, it might inspire them, if they feel a bit shy, if they feel a bit awkward, to maybe approach that person. Because, the thing is, if you're also feeling a bit lonely or feeling a bit down, I bet you there's going to be somebody else in your street that feels the same way.
And it only takes one person, doesn't it? Just one person's actions to change that whole thing, and your day is a completely different experience.
Exactly, and when we've been chatting about it this morning, we thought, what would be quite a good way to connect if you wanted to but haven't quite known how to with people in your street. With the run up to Christmas, why not pop a Christmas card through somebody's door? Just say, we've never spoken, but I'm at number 9.
Yeah.
Just wanted to say Happy Christmas. Just make those connections, because the problems that we're all hearing about all the time are so monumental, aren't they? The planet, politics, what's happening. And we feel sort of powerless within that. Yeah. But we are very powerful with the small actions we can take and the knock-on effect those can have and the ripple effect. So, that's why I'm just chuffed to bits to be doing something, to promote that.
You can find out more by Googling The Big Lunch and go there, hashtag...
TheBigLunch.com.
There you go. And then you hashtag There For Me. And basically, it's the small things that people do. And I don't know about you, I've stopped worrying about everything now. I don't watch the news. I've stopped worrying about Brexit because I can't control it. And you know what? The media love to make us feel like we're all at war with each other. And actually, we're not. We still have to feed our kids, and we still have to go down the park, and we have to do all the lovely things that we've always done. And you're quite right. You can be easily taken in by the negativity. And you sort of have to say, no, it's fine. I'll live in my own little bubble. I've started doing that more. And actually, you get less angry about a lot of things.
that is so good. You inspire me because I am, unfortunately, a bit of a news junkie. I mean, that is a bit because my job does demand it. You know, I have to go into Loose Women knowing what's going on in the world, so I am plugged in. My husband is a complete news junkie and complete stress junkie. And we've had a lot of discussions about this, that we have to be really mindful of that because we're passing that on to our children. And I think, you know, my children suffer with a lot of anxiety because of what we're being told all the time. So I make a point of saying to them, you know, on a regular basis, don't forget, girls, there's more good people than bad people. Are you sure, Mum? I'm like, absolutely sure. Are you sure, Mum? Somebody needs to start a good news channel with nothing other than good news.
Yeah, and the problem with this obsession with news as well, it's the same thing repeated every 6 minutes, and I think it plays with your brain. I remember I went to see Sandy Toksvig on tour, and she said Twitter, what it is, it's like going to the door when no one's there just to check that no one's there. You keep checking to see someone's... And I thought, that's so right. We've got this obsession with looking for the invisible, and it's got to be mentally damaging, and all that stuff is such a waste of time.
Scroll, when you could just get up and go and have a conversation with somebody in your street.
Yeah, exactly. How are you? I mean, you never stop working, do you? You've sort of got a dream career in a way. You've got 700 jobs. You've got a family to keep. How are you, Nadia?
You know what? I am really working hard on trying not to feel anxious and to say and count my blessings. You know, things are amazing. My kids are well. My family's well. My dad is 87. My mum's 85. And they're on holiday, you know, gadding about.
They're having more fun than you, aren't they?
Life is good. You know, I've got my new food show, which I literally can't believe it came out of nowhere. Nadia's Family Feast. ITV just said, would you like to do this show, Nadia's Family Feast? I said, what, me? And they were like, yeah. I was like, yeah. So that's going really well. We're loving the community that we're building on our YouTube channel, which is just where we're covering everything, you know, mental health. And you know, I was just chatting earlier about how, again, thinking about community, we're doing every day for the whole of December our Vlogmas. And we're even going to do it on Christmas Day as well, because there's a lot of people that just suddenly everything on... Because I'm a great advocate of social media, you see. I think there's a lot of bad, but I think there's a lot of good, and there's a lot of connections made. It's
just whether you've got the mental strength to ignore the negativity and the haters and focus.
If anyone says anything nasty, I just don't ever read anything they say again. But I spend a lot of time answering comments. And we do a lot of lives, and we know when people are lonely, and a lot of people... And it actually, that is... You can, you know, if you feel worried to go out into your street, then look for the positive on social media as well, because there's an awful lot of kindness out there on there as well.
And I'm not surprised ITV gave you that series, because you're instantly lovable and likeable and charming, and people love to watch you on TV. You can find out more about The Big Lunch by going to biglunch.com and hashtag there for me. Just do one nice thing. One nice thing a day. It will change your life more than it will theirs. Nadia, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having me, honey.